every Friday and every other Saturday. Graduates can also earn college credits and gain advanced standing to continue up the nursing career ladder. With a 97% pass rate on licensure exams, now is the time to secure your place for the August start date. Federal financial aid and PA CareerLink funding are available for those who qualify. To learn more or apply today, visit indianacountytechnologycenter.edu/practical nursing.
Join FCCAA's WIC for the Freedom Farmers Market Fun Day on Tuesday, June 24th from 10 to 2. Bring the whole family for a fun-filled day featuring local farmers market vendors, delicious food trucks, healthy food information, community resources, activities for kids, giveaways, and more. Learn about healthy eating while connecting with programs and services available in our community. The Freedom Farmers Market Fun Day is free and open to everyone, June 24th from 10 to 2. We'll see you there.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone.
Thank you, TJ. Welcome to Democratic Hour on WMBS 590 AM, 101.1 FM. Our telephone number is 724-438-4593. Richard, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good. I broke the news last Friday that I was no longer going to chairman of the party, and my congratulations are out to our new chair, Tracy Wilson, and our vice chair, Matt Lancaster.
Yeah. I heard you even got a plaque.
Well, that's what they told me. No, I did. I appreciate what they did. But getting back, we're going to be under great leadership. Anybody wants to get involved in the Democratic Party, it's Tracy and Matt will be easy to find. You go to our Facebook page. So we're looking for a brighter future here in Fayette County.
Yeah, and they're in good hands with those two.
Oh, absolutely. Tracy was heavily involved at Fayette County Democratic Women. They have the largest female organization here. Democratic
and it's
women,
not only females, like
right.
Males are.
So they got a lot of things coming, and I know they're going to be heavily involved in this election, coming from the governor and lieutenant governor, and also for our congressman. T, could we play a little music? I know.
Always.
Always?
Always loud music.
Oh, there he is. But you know what? Every time I see you somewhere on this Facebook page, I got a gut feeling that you know who's there with you.
I was at the game with them on Wednesday.
Oh, don't start, please.
We were behind home plate, saw Shohei Ohtani.
I'm going to tell
It
you.
was a nice night.
Hey, and he came in for my birthday. It's like
He did. What did he buy you?
I'll tell you at the end.
Oh, okay, you're going to make us wait.
Yeah. It's a surprise.
I'm going to tell you what. This was a Democratic hour. This time I started getting hateful. One and only Justin Timberlake cut me out of the action. Unreal between these two. DJ, I know you. I did see you at the game.
I was there.
Oh, I know you were. I've seen that part. And again, welcome to Democratic Hour. And getting back to Tracy and Matt, this happens every 4 years when both parties do a reorganization meeting, and with no opposition, Democratic Party here in Fayette County, and of course, Tracy, Matt, Vince, and myself will be going up to the first state meeting to elect a new chair of the state party and vice chair here, and it's going to be in State College. So we'll be looking forward to that tomorrow, and we're going to keep on plugging ahead in 2026. Rich, there's so many doggone things to talk about. One thing that I'm surprised they didn't bring it up at all is Flag Day, June 14th.
Yeah, I was surprised you told me about this. Like, I did not know about it.
We just happened to forget about it. And speaking of, I have something here. Flag Day, and let's proudly show our stripes for all of us, no matter what political affiliation. Flag Day is this Monday, Sunday. Monday? What is 14th is Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
To commemorate adoption of our nation's flag, the red, white, and blue of the Old Glory. Flag Day was adopted. I know nobody was around back then. June 14, 1977, by the Second Continental Congress, and the Stars and Stripes have since become an enduring patriotic symbol. Francis Scott Key witnessed the American flag standing under the British bombardment of Fort Henry in 1814 and wrote a poem which within a week was attached to a song that became our national anthem in 1931. Today we pledge our allegiance to the flag. And also I found out doing a little research, our state was the first state to make it a state holiday, and that was in 1937. So folks, I've seen
I did not know that until you told me earlier today.
yeah, so I know I've seen quite a few flags out. So again, it's a Flag Day here this Sunday. The other news, I know my sister will probably be calling in, but there was a rare sighting in Fayette County.
Some guy was here?
Well, there was a guy here, the guy we always talk about that we can't find. So, sister, if you're listening to the show, please share the information. It's still hard for me to believe when she called me who was in town and where he was at. Because we haven't seen him in Fayette County, I think, one time in the 10 years he's been in Congress.
Yeah, like I told you, if he would walk into the studio with two other people or another person, I still would not recognize him.
Well, we know for a fact that he hasn't been around, and I know they voted on a bill and they left town.
Yeah.
FISA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Wednesday, and they were coming back, I don't know when in June. Speaking of House, I think the budget here in Pennsylvania, I think they have, to the end of the month to...
End of the month.
End of the month. T, we got a caller on the line?
We do.
Is it Justin?
I wish it was Justin.
Oh, I bet it is.
One day he's going to call in.
Oh, there's no doubt he's going to call in and send us a huge bill. Let's see who we got.
Good afternoon. You're on the air. Who are we speaking with?
Hi, this is Tracy Wilson.
Hey, Tracy. Congratulations, Trace.
Oh, thank you.
Well
we're looking
deserved.
forward to tomorrow. Oh, thank you. We're both really excited to go to our first state committee meeting tomorrow. So
You might not
That's
feel that
good.
way, not with Vince and I. Go right ahead, Trace. I know you have...
yeah, we just want to say right now, some of the things we're working through is getting our executive committee and our advisory board put in place. Next step will be, we had 62 people run for a committee on the ballot and get seated on Saturday. So we have some open positions, and we're working on getting those filled. So we have 70 seats that we can get filled. We actually have spoken to a lot of people this week, and I have 10 already that have said that they would do it. So we're going to start working through that process.
I should know, and I know you'll correct me, would we have 67 precincts now?
We have 66.
66. So everybody times that by 2, that should be 132.
Yeah, right. And we had 62 on the ballot that, got their signatures and got on the ballot. We didn't have anybody do a successful write-in campaign for committee, but we are reaching out to some of those people as well. So like I said, we have 10 already that have said they would do it. So we have like 60 more seats to fill.
Trace, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, listens to the show, where can they reach out to you?
So we have a new email for the party. It is Fayette County PA Dems @gmail.com, and I'll put it in the comments too on your Facebook. Yeah, so Fayette County PA Dems @gmail.com. We also have a new Facebook page for the party, and then we're working on getting our website up and running.
Well, that's great. So we're going to be hitting the road. You'll be attending, you and Matt will be attending your first state meeting, and of course you'll be involved in electing a new chair for the state party.
Yeah, chair, vice chair, and treasurer. So we're really excited, looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be a big year with the the midterms coming up. It's
Right.
going to be interesting.
So Matt and I, Matt is actually the organizer for Fayette County for the Bradstock campaign. And I'm his deputy in that, so we just kind of flip roles.
Yeah.
So we are taking volunteers for that campaign as well. So we're looking forward to getting all the committee seats filled, doing some training with our committee people, and then coordinating with the Bradstock campaign to get Alan Bradstock elected.
And I don't know if I put a little tease in earlier that my sister ran into our congressman, believe it or not.
Some guy, huh? Some guy.
So
Yeah.
we're going to see how that goes. And of course, the Fayette County Fair is coming up. I know that you will have a booth at the Fayette County Fair, and you'll be looking for volunteers to man the Fayette County Democratic booth at the fair. So I
We
know-
will. We're going to work closely with the Democratic Women. They were kind enough to sponsor the booth this year, and we're going between the committee and the Democratic Women and anybody, other Democrats that want to help. It's a fun experience.
Yes, and if they also, again, the Fayette County Democratic Women will be at Five Corners like they are every weekend, or I assume they're going to be down there this weekend, Trace?
Yeah, they will be down there from
11
11
a.m.
to 1 at Five Corners. Yep.
And please stop by, and I can't wait to you up and running with you and Matt.
Yeah. Congratulations.
My legs wore out.
Thank you.
I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
No, but
Don't
no.
stop.
No, but it gives me a privilege and honor that you two stepped up to
Yeah.
the plate, and that means a lot.
I mean, I know how much Huck drove around, so you're going to be putting some miles on your vehicle, I think.
Yeah, well, thank goodness my husband recently retired, so he can be my chauffeur. So.
You can be the chauffeur, okay.
And you deserve a chauffeur. People don't realize, you and Matt, and of course Vince and Trinetta are on state committee, people don't realize you go to these meetings on your own expense. No one gets compensated for going to state meetings. So when people don't realize, I mean, yeah, they're going to a state meeting. Well, if you go up Friday night, you got expenditure for a hotel, but we're going up Saturday and come back Saturday. Trace, anything else that you want to discuss?
No, just want to thank everybody for their vote Saturday and putting their trust in Matt and myself, and we're excited to get started.
And
I
we're-
think it's a good team. It
Oh,
really
there's
is.
no doubt.
Thank you.
That's the A team.
Yeah.
The B team retired. We got the A team now.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
we'll even be able to get TJ and Justin together.
Well,
Hey, maybe. You never know.
you never know. Trace, thank you.
I will
I
see you in
was
the morning.
bright and early.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, dear. And that's our new chair of the Fayette County Democratic Party, Tracy Wilson. And Tracy's a go-getter with Matt. Something I lacked, and I admit it, they're into the generation world we live in today with social media. And that's what you need to do when you run in any campaign today. Facebook and Twitter and any social media you could get out there to tell the individuals, and that's the world we live in. And especially when you're in the younger generation, if I have a problem with my phone or some technology on my car, I reach out to my grandson. And of course, you think by now, I'm stubborn. It's frustrating at times when I can't get to my iPad to look up what I need to. So again, but Tracy and Matt will do a great job. And anybody who wants to get involved in Fayette County Democratic Party, please reach out to them or reach out to me, and I'll make sure you get a hold of them. Rich, what else I brought up? Of course, the behavior. Let's see. Starting with last weekend with the president again with a female reporter up in Wisconsin. Unbelievable, folks. I suggest any Republican or any Republican official in this county could call this show and call out Donald Trump what he did, and they won't. I mean, there is no way, and this man's the president of the United States.
Yeah. And he walked out of the interview and he said something like, I don't know if he called her darling or something.
Right.
Yeah, it's like,
No
give me
respect.
give me a break.
And then, of course, he goes to the Knicks game, which he had a right to go.
Yeah.
No, but,
It fell asleep.
fell asleep, right, tired.
Yeah, and everybody waited, and they were suggesting everybody, 2 hours ahead
Yep.
to go through the magnetometers and everything. And he left with over 7 minutes of the game. The game was still undecided, and he left.
Well, the other thing, and I respect him, he doesn't drink, but I know one
That's
thing.
fine.
He got a lot of booze. Oh, you got that right? That was right?
For the
For the
when
president
they
not
put him on a
drinking, something
jumbotron,
like-
yeah.
And that was done intentionally.
Oh yeah.
But again, that's and of course again the big thing. The war is on, the war is off. They got a deal, no deal. Next week, this week, that week. right?
And it was always, what's his obsession with 2 weeks?
I don't know.
I mean, everything's going to be in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And of course,
WE.
whatever the deal was, you could be rest assured it'd be better than what President Obama did.
You know what? It's
I mean,
that JPCOA that Obama
Yeah.
agreed to. He was complaining that President Trump was complaining that Obama gave them a couple $1 million. And now the word is, I don't know if it's going to be an official treaty or the announcement, pallets of money, billions of dollars
Uh,
going to go to Iran.
Trust me, there's no shame. The other thing too, what was the other? What's the big deal? Everybody knows. Inflation, Rich.
Oh, I love
He
inflation.
loves inflation, folks. Think about that. Speaking of that, I've shared this with Rich and TJ. Everybody needs gas in a car, so the other day I filled my gas tank up, $60. Okay, and I called my grandson and I said he was working. I said, "Matt, are you hungry?" And he said he always asks me, "No, I'm not." I said, "You're not going to offend me. Where you want to go?" And he likes Jimmy John's, so I got him a Jimmy John's and I a Jimmy John's and a bag of chips and 2 medium Dr. Peppers. So that gas in the sandwiches was a total of $85.
And most
Yeah.
of it was for gasoline.
Yeah, my whole thing. So think about that. Fortunately for me, I could afford the $85.
yeah.
But you buy 2 sandwiches, fill your car up, and you got $85, right?
Hey,
Then I dropped off 4 shirts, dry cleaning. That was $24, right? Mr. Inflation. I love inflation.
Oh,
Right?
I love inflation. Yeah.
Unreal. We got a caller on the line there, T.
We do.
Let's see who it is, baby.
Good afternoon. You're on the air. Who we speaking to?
This is Sylvia.
Sylvia.
I heard you met a guy.
What's that?
I heard you met a guy.
I met a guy. How'd you know that? That was like a rare sighting. I was so excited. It has been 4 years since
So-
this person appeared. I'm in the Five Guys in Uniontown, and I'm waiting in line with another customer, and I look over and I'm going, I know that face, but I couldn't figure out why. Our Congressman, Guy Reschenthaler, was in Uniontown.
He made an appearance in Fayette County, huh?
His
car does- his car does go
west. Go ahead, Sylvia.
I asked him, I said, oh, was there something going on in Uniontown that you were here today?
A photo
He
op.
says, no, he's just passing through.
Yeah, passing through, yeah.
And go ahead.
Passing through. But we had a nice civil conversation, but yeah, he was passing through because he voted in Washington and he was on his way home.
And we knew that they adjourned Congress, so that part we know is true, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So what did you ask
Oh.
him about his vote on FISA, right?
No, I asked him what they were voting on
Oh.
today, and he said he was voting on FISA, and he was going to tell me what it was, and I told him I was well aware of what it was, and he said they just had a vote just to put the Democrats on record. That's all. And I asked him, I said, do you think maybe that we could get something actually done? Do you think that we could pass some clean bills? Do you think that anything, but I didn't want to, it was like I said, I didn't want to go into a heavy political conversation with him, but I did make him aware of the fact that it had been 4 years since he found Fayette County.
Yeah. Is he going to, did he say he's going to Trump's birthday party on Sunday for the cage fight?
No, you know what, though, Rich, I do have a problem, and I don't know if you and Huck can help me with this. I'm trying to buy one of those commemorative coins for the fight, and I'm just short $11,000.
Just short? Yeah.
Is that what it is? 11,000.
Yeah.
$11,199.99, and I can have a coin that has no value.
Yeah, absolutely
Now
not.
think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
No monetary value.
Yeah.
It is a collector's item only.
Yeah.
So with that, that $11,000 coin, you could take a photo of that new phone he has out, right?
Yeah.
You could take a.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the
does it
the
take
Trump
photos
phone,
that-
yeah.
that-
Yeah, exactly. But yes, can you believe this family?
No.
They're hawking a coin for a commemorative coin of which, like I said, if you buy it, you can only hope that, some other person that finds value in it might want to buy it from you at some later date.
I want to
So-
say there was supposed to be a judge's decision late today about the fight Sunday.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything on
I
that. yet.
don't think TJ reported anything on the news on it, but there was something that was a vote that they
Yeah.
were going to try to stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Now
Yeah.
that I had not
Yeah.
heard, but
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, that's a great way to represent the country. Let's have a cage fight
Yeah.
on the front lawn of
Yeah.
the White House. That really shows what, and you can do. It is the man's birthday, and you know what? Happy birthday, Donald. That's all I have to say on Flag Day, hon.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
On
So,
Sunday.
Yeah.
anyway, I just wanted to tell
Well,
you.
at
that
least somebody actually seen our congressman. And it happened to be my sister and a Democrat of all, right?
Yes, and I did make him well aware that I was a Democrat. And when he said hi, when he did introduce himself, I said, I'm well aware of who you are. I've seen your picture. So, there you go.
How did he introduce himself? As congressman or what?
No, I was standing there and I saw his aide, and I did say, and I looked at the aide and I said, Congressman? Because I had never seen him in person. I assumed that I was correct. And he said yes, and then he introduced himself as Congressman Guy Reschenthal.
Well,
And that's when I said, yes, I know who you are.
I'm surprised that you met him at Five Guys because Five Guys is Obama's favorite place for hamburgers.
You know what? He probably didn't know that. He was probably not aware of that.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, at least you seen him, and we knew he came to Fayette County. Much as I complained driving west from D.C., if he stayed
So
on
we
Route
knew-
40, he'd come to Uniontown. Lo and behold,
Yep.
he came to Uniontown.
Did you take a
Right.
selfie?
And, oh, no. No, I'm sorry. I'm not that much of a fan, Rich.
Well, Sylvia, did you hear Tracy on earlier?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
good.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
she
great.
well deserved her
So-
and Matt. So anything else before we grab another call?
Nope, I don't. I'm not. Like I said, I'm still
Still in shock.
that our congressman knew where Five Guys in Uniontown was. So.
Well, if we're fortunate to
talk
get
to you
Alan
guys
Alan elected, you can rest assured he'll spend some time here in Fayette County.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
sister. Well, that was my sister. She did see the congressman. Speaking of local legislators, I know, let's see. I have a little flyer here. I don't know, I'm not promoting this thing, but Charities, she's having a fundraiser, which she has a right to do.
Right.
It is celebrating, it's on July 3rd, 2026. On the back of it, it has Miss Liberty Bell and Mr.
Mr.
Lafayette. A People's Choice Contest. Rich, maybe you and I ought to go. We'll have Joe drive us up on the horse and buggy. What do you think? But looking down, it says, $2,500 for sponsor, up to $1,500 and $1,000. Tickets are $75 a piece.
Yeah. How many people with minimum wage could afford that?
None.
Yeah.
And of course, if you might have voted for raising the minimum wage, maybe somebody on minimum wage would spend $75 for a ticket for a fundraiser,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
But she voted no. There's a couple bills
Well, a couple
coming.
bills, yeah. The one that got me this week was she voted no on locking up guns.
And I don't know the exact what piece of legislation that was, or have the whole bill.
Yeah, it was House Bill 2244, I think it was.
House bill, and I know the other one that came out of committee. Let's see if I have it here. I know she voted, and of course she was very vocal about the one. The one in here is pertaining to everybody here in Fayette County, anywhere, and it is because everybody, like yourself and me and everybody else, you have to pay school taxes.
Right.
And we have cyber schools and charter schools, and that's money that comes out of the budget. And locally, you have to support your charter and cyber schools. It says on there, proposed to make online charter schools responsible for ensuring the well-being of students, sparked tension between Wednesday. The GOP lawmakers warned it would ultimately leave parents with fewer choices for children's education. Traditional students are seen every school day by dozens of faculty and staff, State House Education Committee Chairman said. They can be picked up and required to report signs of abuse or neglect or such as self-harm. Okay, charter teachers must check in with their students at least once a week under the current rules passed by the General Assembly in 2024. But the lack of clear, unforgivable process to respond concerns creates a dangerous disparity. So if you're in public education, you're seen by the teachers on a daily basis. Cyber schools once a week. And I assume you're homeschooled, you're not seen by anybody. So I think everybody should have to abide by the same rules and regulations. So that's a controversy that's coming up. And earlier in the show, there it says on there, actually there's about 70,000. It said, I think it's actually targeted motivated that 70,000 kids and their parents choose what's the goal of eliminating their options. So you're going to go to public schools, Catholic schools, charter school, or cyber school.
Right.
And of course, earlier in the show, our former state rep and friends of ours, Tim Mahoney, spoke on, and we got to make a major consolidation. And he was right X amount of years ago. And I know one thing. I know we have 7 school districts, maybe should have 4, but whatever it is, they're going to have to make some major decisions here on how they're funding.
What's going to happen? Yeah.
What's going to happen? Just like anything, even with our internationals. I remember we had X amount of locals in Pennsylvania. The international come in and said, "Guess what, guys? We're going to take them over and merge them."
Yep.
And the best thing, because you're not going to survive on on a small local.
Right.
So there's some major problems, and that's when I said elections have consequences. People don't realize the responsibility of a school board.
Yeah.
We're talking, and the reason they're laying off teachers in schools, you don't have the students, and it's a large budget, and maintaining these schools with less kids in school today, and but again, getting back to our local legislators, give them a call because, like I said, I know the local legislators vote no on a budget, but again, like so many things, anything that's coming back from Harrisburg is to our local legislators. So when you go to Harrisburg, say you didn't go to make friends, I don't know how you're going to get anything that's going to benefit anybody here.
Absolutely, yeah.
And of course, a week ago, the controversy was the possibility of a data center coming here. I'm actually going to the construction site up at Homer City this week coming, so I have a little bit more information on data center.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
they're going to build it, folks. You're going to build it somewhere.
Yeah.
But I know if they build it here, you're going to have the best qualified workers to work on those facilities.
Yeah.
We have over 1,000 now working at Homer City.
Yeah. But what drove me, raised my BS antenna this week, was this House Bill 2244 on, it's a proposal to lock up guns.
2024.
2244 House Bill. And Charity voted no.
And she gave a reason why, and
Yeah.
I truly don't.
And, she gave, there's a video, and she gave 3 examples of why she was against this. One was if she was in Harrisburg and staying overnight for legislation, which it should do. And she said she puts her pistol
On a nightstand.
on the nightstand. And she said, well, if I had to go in the middle of the night to take care of something, go to bathroom or whatever, she's leaving her gun unprotected. So could she be charged with not having her gun locked up? Come on, give me a break. And another one was like her husband would be out putting up a fence line, on his four-wheel ATV,
And he would have a
and he
weapon
had
with him.
and a rifle,
Yeah.
So if he steps out to mend a fence and he leaves his gun in the ATV, is he liable for like not having his gun locked up? It's like, give me a break.
I mean, there's common sense gun laws and common sense legislation, right?
Well, you say common sense. There was, I forget what district she is. Stephanie Borwitz. She's a state rep. She said there's no such thing as common sense gun control.
There's no common sense gun control.
Yeah, no such thing as common sense gun control. I don't know. I mean, you take a look at all the stories. The kid in Kenosha a couple
Right.
years ago.
They had the AR-15.
Yeah,
His
he left
parents-
Chicago to
Yeah, went to
Kenosha,
and he
Wisconsin.
His defense wasn't he got away. He was scared when they
Yeah.
was when he confronted the protesters.
Right.
They didn't have a gun, but he did.
Yeah, and he was underage. He did not. He was not even 18.
First of all, folks, let me make perfectly clear: Mr. Rattay is not against having
No,
firearms.
nor am I.
Not-
I'm all for Second Amendment.
Right, but it's only common sense to certain things we all have responsible.
Yeah.
Here's my biggest issue, and I've always said this. There's probably guns stolen every day, and it will be. One of those individuals ever say to your insurance company, right?
And look what's happening with ghost guns.
Yes, there was another thing.
Yeah, it's like,
But again, that's just one of the things. But again, the budgets, like I said, the budget's due here at the end of June. So call our local legislators, Pat Stefano, Ryan Warner, Charity, Bud Cook in Greene County, and because, like I said, I think the budget will be passed sooner with election year.
well, election year. Yeah.
And of course, we have the big election with Josh Shapiro, Austin Davis, and of course with my sister meeting Guy Who. So we. And again, we're going to see how this all pans out. It looks like now if the election was held today, the Democrats will take over the House.
Yeah,
And,
and maybe the Senate.
but we have to get something done. And just like Rich and I said, you can't go to Harrisburg with an attitude that,
You're not going to make friends.
and you're not going to be, because we're not going to get anything, folks. And I say this to all the lights. What have they done to make our lives better here in Fayette County? What have you brought back to Fayette County? Oh, you'll take credit for a grant, which is part of the budget, right?
but you won't vote for the
it.
budget.
Right.
And I was thinking about it this week. Like, there's nobody locally who is standing up and saying, "Oh, this is everything going on in D.C. is good." I think there's no Republican who's holding a town hall, and you know why?
Because they're scared of one.
Yeah, I mean the videos. Every Republican who's gone on and had a town hall, it gets videoed, and like they don't want to get videoed. And it goes viral.
Well, maybe this person or it's going to be on the radio. We'll see what their opinion is. Let's see who we got. T.
Good afternoon. You're on the air. Who we speaking to?
You're talking to Matt Lancaster.
Hey, Matt. Congratulations.
Hey, guys. Hey, thank you. Sorry I didn't get the call earlier. I was busy at work.
Well, somebody has to work, right?
That's true. Gotta pay for some of your pension, right?
That's right. What's up, Matt?
Well, not too much. While you were on the topic of the guns, I think the main idea behind the bill, and, maybe it's because, I understand why it's not fully enjoyed or liked the way it's written, but I think what we're seeing is places like I want to say it was Alabama, one of the last school shootings where an underage kid took their parent's gun.
Right.
The rule was it had to be locked away. And since it wasn't, the dad was charged with also for the killings that the boy committed.
Accessory.
Right.
So if we aren't going to say you have to lock it away, there has to at least be some jargon or literature written in the law saying, hey, if you have an underage child, if they take your gun and use it, you are liable for the same offenses that they perpetrate with the gun.
Yeah, and there have been several court cases already where the parents have been held liable.
Exactly. So I think we need that in PA. I'm not saying you have to lock your gun away. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. But, you know, I understand some of the reasons, but I think what we need to do is, like, at least put in there, have some type of law or, you know, amendment to a law saying if you are a parent and you let your
Right.
kid have a gun or they take it from there, then they're going to be in trouble.
Totally
And you're
agree.
going to be in trouble.
Totally agree.
Now, did you talk about the House bill dealing with having to have your screen on for charter schools?
Yeah, I was trying to look something up and I got sidetracked on because there's, you know, charter schools and cyber schools and of course public education of, yes, who like with charter schools, I looked it up. I think they have to be seen by a teacher at least once a week.
Yeah.
In
once a
the-
week.
Yeah.
See if I can find it. Go right ahead, Matt, while I scroll this.
Yes. So I was just going to say, as my wife being an educator,
Right.
you know, she's considered a mandated reporter in general. So if she hears our son or our daughter when she was in high school talking to a friend, they're talking about being beaten or, you know, starved or hurt or sexually abused, she has to call no matter what.
Right.
So if she reads a journal entry and it says something that is kind of iffy, she might have to child line it and tell someone what's going on. You know, so I don't think it's an issue. Obviously, she knows when a kid is being different, when they're falling asleep in class, when they're not acting like themselves because she sees them every day. And we've seen recently how some of these places where kids were doing online school, especially the younger ones, maybe not the older ones, but the younger ones, were being abused and were being malnourished or being tied to their desk or locked in their room. Maybe if they had to be on TV, someone would have been on TV, but on the camera. And if they weren't going on the camera, you could send out someone from, you know, the police or truancy to come check, and then you would have that home check and make sure that that kid is not being treated poorly. So I think it's a good thing. And if it said, I read somewhere about it, is it fair or it's not fair towards the charter schools? Well, if you want the public schools who do have online
imbalance.
to do the same thing, that's fine. I don't think any teacher would argue with that.
No.
Yeah, because it says here, cyber charter teachers must check in with their student at least once a week under rules passed by the General Assembly in 2024. But just like
And I do, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
no, the House bill was 2602. But
Okay.
Yeah, go right ahead. I'm just scrolling this while I'm.
Yeah, no, so I think, you know, I understand one of the things that people complained was that, you know, if the kid was bullied and now they're
Yes.
going to be on camera, they might get bullied again, which I understand. But, you know, from an IT perspective, you know, you can lock a lot of things down. You can make sure that every chat is recorded if you're using it from a standpoint of on an iPad or a computer that is given from a school district or charter school, cyber school, whatever it may be. So you can be aware and catch on that and let people know, hey, report that if that happens. I think it's worse for kids nowadays in general just because they have a phone. So, you know, when you leave, you can be bullied on your phone, right? People can message you. They could call you, FaceTime you. They could leave you voicemails. They could, if you have social media, which our kids did until they were in high school at least, they could be, you know, bullying on there, and you might not know about it, and the school can't do much about that after hours thing. So bullying can happen anywhere. So that's kind of the mute point for me.
You know, man, I'm glad you brought up the cell phones in schools.
Because that was the other issue too. But
Yeah,
there was another bill pending.
right. And, you know, the language of that, from what I read, it was not about safety. It was about distractions. You know, kids go on their phone and not listening to the teacher, not really getting the emphasis of what is being taught. You know, I have no problem with getting rid of the cell phones. But, you know, there's a new law that passed and it went into effect this month. If you're driving and you have a cell phone and a cop sees you, you're going to get a ticket.
Yeah.
So, and that's a distraction while you're driving.
Correct.
So if it's a distraction while you're driving, why can't it, what's the difference if it's a distraction
And
the
we
classroom.
and we had two of our legislators. One had voted for it,
and one against it.
Voted against it. You're there to get education in school. You're not there to use your phones, and that's the whole purpose of the bill.
Yeah.
And your wife being
Yeah.
an educator, she would know better than anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a distraction. There is a rule that has been that you can at least keep it on you, but it's not turned on, right? Or at least
Right.
silent. Don't pull it out. But you have a lot of times, too, that, parents are mad if you take the phone off the kid, too, even though there's a rule that is being broken. Not that it's kept forever, but it might just be for the period or the day. I think that, from a standpoint of safety, my wife has said, like, the point of having a cell phone will be a distraction. Yes, obviously you want to call, or they would want to, your parents want to hear from you.
Right.
But she can't control the situation if people are distracted by their phone. So her goal is to make sure they get out of the building or get to their designated spot. If they can't leave the building, that will be the safest, and to make sure the kids are quiet and obviously protected.
Yeah.
So having that cell phone would do nothing but distract them, and you don't want to have 25 kids trying to be quiet, all talking to their family members on the phone,
Yeah.
as someone would maybe be roaming the halls, if
Right.
that would get to that point.
Well,
Yeah,
we hope that never happens.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Hey, Matt, the other thing, too, you being highly involved now, besides being the vice chair of the party, but you're going to be actually the lead individual for our candidate for congressional here in Fayette County.
Correct. Yeah, I'll be the county captain for Brad Stock's campaign.
So if anybody needs to get a hold of you, how should they get a hold of you?
Fayette at bradstockforcongress.com. So every email that goes to a captain is the name of the county at bradstockforcongress.com. So if anybody wants to get involved, be more than glad to have you on board. And Alan will be holding town halls throughout the district to kind of get a feel for what people are worried about, answers, the questions they want answered, and how he can maybe do that if he is to, beat Guy in November. And I really feel like whether you're a Democrat or Republican, you sit down and you listen and you talk with Alan, you're going to walk away feeling differently than what you would for most.
Yeah.
Especially his
credentials right
his
now.
credentials. Here's somebody worked in intelligence, and the president of the United States wants to put somebody in there who has no intelligence experience. Right? None. Zero.
DNI, yeah. And how many times has he gone on? I think it was, 37 or 40 times already. He said, we're close to an agreement with Iran. And then he blows it up.
Yeah.
It's,
I don't know if the point of we were close to agreeing is to change the way the oil works in the stock market to get the prices to fall or go up. But
somebody's making money.
I'm hopeful. I would like there to be a situation where we come to, terms. I just hope that we really are there and that both sides are saying, yes, this is the end to, a war that didn't need to happen.
No, you're absolutely correct. Unfortunately, we lost, I think, 13 Americans, and heavens knows how many were injured. Hey, Matt, we got to wrap this up. We got about 2 minutes, and tomorrow I'll see you, 6:30 in the morning, making your first
6:30, buddy.
trip to state committee. 6:30.
That's correct.
I'll probably talk to you not tonight. I will see you tomorrow, unless you guys forget about me.
No,
I know that.
Never forget about you, Hud.
But again, congratulations, Matt. You and Tracy will do an outstanding job for the Democratic Party. All right?
Yep. Thank you,
All right,
guys.
We'll see you in the morning.
Good luck, Matt.
Well, we got about 2 minutes. TJ, any
Yep.
words of wisdom here? I know you two guys are probably conspiring about something going over the weekend somewhere.
Yeah. I know. Hey, I saw Justin gave me a birthday present.
Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute, we're talking about a different Justin or the one, my Justin?
You're Justin.
Wait a minute. So you got a present.
Yeah.
What did TJ get? Did he get something?
Well, my birthday is in October. I'll get something.
No, I mean, he gave me a CD with his top 10 hits and his autograph.
I know one thing. My birthday's the 4th of July. If I don't get a bigger present than you two, I'm done. There'll be no more Justin.
Bring that CD and we'll play a song off of it every week.
There we go.
All right, we're going to keep you two. We're going to hold you to the fire.
Hey, did you get the invite for this week's birthday?
No.
I didn't either.
I
TJ,
didn't.
did you?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
No.
What
I'm allowed to bring a guest. I'll bring you, Rich.
That's it. The show.
I don't know if you want to bring me. There might be a different cage fight.
That's right.
That's right. The big cage fight in Washington. We'll see how that goes and where all the money's going to.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, T, there is, before we want to thank Tracy and Matt and my sister for calling in. Did we get an update on West Virginia baseball?
They're winning 5-4 right now, bottom of the 5th inning.
Let's go Mountaineers.
Yeah.
We're rooting for our local school down here.
That's one heck of a team. They're a really, really good team.
They are.
They are, and like I said, anybody that had an opportunity, it was a scene down in West Virginia or Morgantown for the regional, so they're into NCAA World Series.
Yep.
So again, our congratulations to Matt and Tracy, and so we'll be back here next Friday on the
God willing.
God willing, and as they say, the creek don't rise, right? Lately, they've been rising with all this water we've been getting.
Yeah, well, I saw the story earlier today. President Trump painted the reflection pool, and they're putting water in it, and they have a problem now with algae growing in the pool.
Maybe we'll take a dip in it over the weekend. All right, we're going to let you guys go. We're going to take it to the streets. TJ, I think we wrap it up here in the next 15 seconds. Everybody have a great, safe weekend. We'll be back here next Friday on the Democratic Hour.
You have been listening to the Democratic Radio Hour, heard every Friday at 3:15, right here on 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS.
And this is WMBS Uniontown at 4 o'clock.
Foster, Fox News, a deal to end the conflict with Iran is expected to be signed within the next few days, a senior White House official says. President Trump says what's being reported by Iran state media about the agreement is untrue.
President Trump posting this morning to rumors that Iran would receive billions of dollars up front, posting the terms that Iran leaked out to the fake news have nothing to do with the terms that were agreed to in writing. What they said, including their weak and pathetic statement on having a deal